Hey everybody, it's Audrey, and in this video I'm going to be doing activity 6-6, creating a failover cluster. And that activity can be found on page 247 in the Configuring Advanced Microsoft Windows Server 2012 R2 services. So in this chapter we've been creating a cluster of our servers, and so now that my cluster servers and network environment have been validated in the past activities, so now it's time to create an actual failover cluster. And to do that, I'm going to be using my server 1, server 2, and server 3. So let's get started. So first things I want to do is I want to log on to server 2 as a domain administrator. Just let that log in. And once my server manager opens up, I'm going to open up the Failover Cluster Manager. Alright, now I got my server manager open. I'm going to click on Tools, Failover Cluster Manager. Okay, now that I have my Failover Cluster Manager open, I'm going to click Create Cluster. My computer tends to run a bit slowly with all 3 servers running, so give it a second. So this is the before you begin for the wizard, and then you're supposed to read through this, but I'm just going to select next. And then in the select servers, I'm going to enter in 412 server 2. I'm going to click add. And then there you go. And then now I'm going to type in 412 server 3. Click add. Alright, now that both my servers are added, I'm going to click next. And in the cluster name, I'm going to name this Failover 1. And then click here to type an address. And the address for my Failover 1 is going to be 10.12.1.150. And click next. Now this is a confirmation window where it just shows me exactly what I just configured, that the name of my cluster is Failover 1, the node will be server 3 and server 2, and then the IP address. Now I'm going to click finish, or next, sorry. All right, so it looks like that my cluster was created successfully. If I were to see any errors or warnings in the summary, I would want to click View Report, but I don't think there are any errors or anything. Doesn't look. It just goes through the process. Click Exit. I'm just going to click Finish. Okay, the next step is to review the cluster configuration in the Failover Cluster Manager. So here in the middle pane, I'm actually going to make this bigger. Bring it back. Okay, so in the middle pane, it's just going to review what we just created. And so there's the cluster, and then going to click to expand the cluster name. Wait, so. Okay, yeah. So here I click to expand the cluster name, which is the failover cluster .412.1.dom1.local. Then I'm going to click Nodes. And then here, it's showing the status of my servers. And my server 2 is up, and my server 3 is up. I'm going to click on server 2. And here in this pane, it gives information about my server 2. Now in the left-hand pane, I'm going to click to expand the storage. And then I'm going to click Disks. And I see that the 2 disks that are available for the cluster, and then the 2 of these disks are shared storage from the iSCSI SAN, and then the 3rd disk is for server 2, but I don't see a 3rd disk. Okay. Okay. There, okay. Alright, and in I'm going to click Networks. And there's my network one. And because I only have one network card, since I only have one NIC in this server, I'm only going to have one network. But if I had a 2 NIC configuration, one network would be listed as internal, and then the other would be the cluster network. So I'm going to close Failover Manager, and now I'm going to log into my server 1 as administrator. Give that just a minute to log in.